what's going on, you guys? My name is Owen and welcome back to another video. I hope you guys are all doing well. Today's video is a very special one because it is going to be the brief showcase of the new drop for my brand SOMAR. The drop is happening this upcoming Black Friday on November 26th at 1 p.m. EST, all of the time at various time zones around the world, so you guys can find out when it drops in your area. Yeah, before we get into the showcase, I'll just run over a quick brief description, kind of like a background summary, since some of you guys are new to the channel and are curious as to like what I do, I guess, because I've actually been getting that quite a bit recently. So I've been designing clothes for about 3 years now. Originally had a brand called Hyatt, and I did 2 collections for that brand over the course of 2 years. And I did those 2 collections while I was still in school. And I was still learning the process about owning a clothing brand, doing clothing design, working with manufacturers, figuring out the sampling process and all that stuff. Once I graduated school, I felt like I wanted to take in everything that I'd learned thus far and apply it towards a new project. So I gave my brand a new identity, new visual style, and thus SOMAR was born. And I did one release for it earlier this year in April, but I didn't get to do a video showcase for it or really talk about it too much, I guess. But my goal for SOMAR is to kind of be a more formal, luxury, well-tailored, super high quality workwear brand at the end of the day. So kind of marrying functional elements that you'd find in workwear brands with extremely well executed, high quality, amazing fitting garments, great colors, great materials, with modern silhouettes and everything, sort of combining those two together. And to kind of go over what is going to be releasing soon. So the second collection is comprised of over 15 items. I think it's right under 20. But instead of just releasing everything at once, I want to split it up into smaller releases so it's a little bit more digestible for you guys, because I don't want to break anybody's bank. I want you guys to be able to get the items that you want. Some releases are 3 items, some are 4, some are 5, and it's going to be spaced out over the next few months, I'd say. And it's going to be consistent releases after that, pretty much, because I've been working non-stop on the brand, just getting everything up and running. I basically wanted to have no gaps in release schedule, so it's gonna be a smooth rollout, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. So this first release, part A, I'm calling it, is comprised of 3 items. It is a matching 2-piece work jacket suit type deal. So it's got a matching jacket, a matching pair of trousers, and then also a t-shirt. It's the t-shirt I'm wearing right now, but I'll talk about that in a little bit. I'm gonna briefly run over each item. Talk about the price points, talk about sizing, talk about some of the design details and all that. With all that out of the way, let's hop right into the jacket. So here is the jacket. It is called the Geiger jacket, and a lot of the items in the collection are named after, it could be some of my favorite artists, authors, philosophers, you name it. If they serve some sort of inspiration through the process, then I might have named an item after them. So this one is named after H.R. Geiger. And here is the jacket. It's sort of like a souped up version of the Dickies Eisenhower jacket, because even though it's a great jacket, there's so many things I would change with that jacket, both from a quality standpoint and also design functionality standpoint. This is how it comes right out of the bag. I just gave it a quick steam and I grabbed 2, so I'll be able to try on both for you guys. So this is obviously a black jacket, and the material is a really, really nice cotton twill. It's extremely soft, the hand feel is unreal, and the actual weight is beautiful on this fabric. It's nice and sturdy, it's got some structure to it. Slightly cropped fit in the body, and then regular length sleeves. The sleeves have some cool details I'll run over in a little bit. But the front closure is a dual closure, so it has these really, really nice snap buttons that come down the front placket, which is a hidden placket, by the way. And the snaps have like this really nice ASMR sound to it. Hopefully the microphone is picking up that sound. It's so satisfying to button it up. And then beneath that also has a dual-headed YKK zip, so it's got one at the top, one at the bottom, which is one of those functional elements that I thought was missing in the Dickies one, because sometimes it actually makes sense to have the jacket unzipped a little bit from the bottom, so then you can kind of bend over a little bit easier. And obviously YKK zips are great quality, it's got a really smooth glide. And then while we're here, we might as well take a peek into the jacket. So that is what the inner lining looks like. It's a really, really nice smooth lining. It's got the black SOMAR label right there. Hopefully it's focusing on that. And then you've got an interior pocket right there where you will find the care tags, the size label, all that good stuff is neatly tucked away in this little interior pocket. Yeah, lining is super important. It also has a coat hanger, which is just one of those quality of life details I wanted to include on this piece. The actual collar construction is really nice as well. You guys can see the collar shape is beautiful. And then also on the front, you'll see there is a little hidden chest zipper pocket right there. This is a little YKK zip. And this is just another one of those functional design details I wanted to include. So you can store your phone in there, you can store your wallet in there, cigarettes, you name it, you could probably fit in here as long as it's sort of small. That's how deep in it goes. I've got basically my whole hand in there. Tons of storage space, and that just has a really smooth glide as well, and it's like tonal, so it doesn't stand out too much. A chest pocket detail is something that you'll find on so many items in this collection down the road as well. So that's like a common, commonality that you'll find. And then also on the sleeve, you might see there is a sleeve pocket right there. That's something that I kind of borrowed from the Dickies Eisenhower jacket. It's great for storing pens, pencils, notebooks. It's also great for storing your phone in as well. My iPhone 11 Pro Max, whatever, the big boy one just entirely fits in there and it's gone. So it's a great size pocket. And then my favorite detail, which kind of helps make this jacket part of the two-piece suit, is the sleeve cuff design. The material overlaps on itself and it's also permanently open. There's no sort of closure to seal the sleeve closed, so it kind of has a nice bellowing out shape to it. Looks great when you have like a watch on or gloves. And the other side has that same detail as well. It's really beautifully made, has a wonderful, wonderful shape to it. It's something that you won't notice until you have the jacket on. Because obviously laying flat, you don't get to see how the shape kind of sort of like bellows out. Yeah, that's probably my favorite detail in this jacket. And then my second favorite would be on the back right here. You might see there is a center seam, which is another commonality with this t-shirt. So it's got this center seam and then also the raglan sort of hybrid sleeve detail. So it does have the start of a seam right here, and then it also follows the sleeve seam that runs all the way down. So yeah, it's got continuous lines. It's a really beautifully made jacket. I'm just super happy with this design. It's something that I think a lot of people would overlook, but having these seams match up is just a really, really nice touch. And then I also think this jacket looks really nice with the collar up as well. The actual collar construction is really nice as well. You guys will see it has a nice point to it. And it has this really nice seam that runs on the back of the neck all the way up to the front of the collar that curves back in. Hopefully the camera is able to pick that up. Just so many details I've wanted to include that I hope you guys will appreciate as much as I do. One more detail I almost forgot to talk about because it's so well hidden on this jacket is the front pockets. Really close to the side seam, you'll find these two pockets right here. So you can actually put your hand somewhere. That was really, really important for me. I wanted you to be able to tuck your hand somewhere if you wanted to, but also have it out of the way. So it's very flush with the whole jacket design, doesn't stand out. But if you wanted to have your hands in a more comfortable position, you just tuck them away super easily. You'll find the exact same one on the other side right there. And all these pockets are aligned, by the way. In terms of the size and pricing, this is going to be offered in small, medium, large, and XL. And the price is going to be $200, which I think is way beyond fair for a jacket of this quality. And for sizing recommendations, this is a size medium. This is what I normally wear. I also have a size large that I'll try on in the B-roll for you guys. For reference, I'm 6'1", 145 pounds. I usually wear a medium, so I recommend going true to size. But if you wanted a more oversized fit, go one size up. If you wanted a slimmer fit, go one size down. So yeah, that is the Geiger jacket, and I guess we'll move on to the Geiger trousers next. So here are the Geiger trousers, made of the exact same material as the Geiger jacket, same color and everything. These are more of a suit trouser. So you'll see on the back side some common suit trouser detailing, like the pockets and the seams that run just above the pocket. Some common suiting techniques. The back pockets have this insane construction on them. It's got this flap that you can just easily get into, no hassle or anything like that. And then the one on the right side has this leather patch with the SOMAR logo debossed into it. This is made out of excess leather from other projects that we had left over, and I think it's a really, really nice design detail. Same thing over here though, same exact pocket, just with the patch on it. And then the actual belt loops are sort of like oversized belt loops, so they hang a little bit below the normal waistline, so you can kind of fit any sort of belt you want through those very easily. And then on the front slash side pockets, you have these two pockets right here on either side. They're flush with the side seam of the trousers, so they don't hang on to the front at all, just entirely on the side. And those are really nice and comfortable as well, and they have a really great size to them. It's got a button closure up front, and then again a YKK zip fly. You guys hopefully will see that the actual inside construction of the trousers is just out of this world. We were really going after suit tailoring with these trousers. And then as you run down the leg, by the way, this is like a straight leg fit, you will find the exact same cuff detail as the Geiger jacket. So it does have this sort of natural boot cut fit to it without it being a boot cut, because it does just go entirely straight and it just sits perfectly on shoes. Pretty much any shoe you have in mind will work with this. If you have sneakers, if you have boots, if you have slides, it'll just look so good with this. In the B-roll, I'll try these on with various different shoes so you guys can get an idea of what it looks like. This detail just sits so well on any shoe. I'm really happy with how that came out. For the size range, we're offering these in 28, 30, 32, 34, and 36. And I recommend going true to size because it is true across the waist. So I'm a true 30 waist. Sometimes I go a little bit below 30. And I wear a 30 in these trousers, and I'll usually wear them with a belt too if I want. So I recommend going true to size if you want to grab a pair, and the price is going to be $165, which again is entirely fair for how well made these trousers are and the material quality and everything. Yeah, just so happy with how these came out. That is the Geiger trouser. And then the final item, which is an item that I'm wearing, is the SOMAR R&D staff t-shirt. I'm currently wearing a size medium, by the way. I also have a size large right here, and I also have another size medium with the sleeves cut. Yeah, to run over some details with this t-shirt, it is an object dyed t-shirt, like on the bottom and on the sleeves. The actual pigment doesn't catch because that's where it's a little bit more divoted in the construction of the shirt, because when it's put through the dye process, it won't get into all those cracks and crevices. So it has this really nice detail that doesn't stand out too much, but kind of shows the process of it, I guess. The actual construction is done almost entirely with single stitch, so it has a single stitch neckline, single stitch shoulder construction, single stitch sleeve hem and bottom hem, and then also one of my favorite details is the spine stitch or the center seam coming down the back, which is just like the Geiger jacket. And then on the back we have this really beautiful print done with a water-based print that says SOMAR, something afar comes this way, which is sort of like the slogan of the brand. Research and development staff. 99.9% of the print work that I'll be doing and I have done in the past is with a water-based print, which I highly recommend, by the way, because it doesn't have that inky, thick, sticky sort of feel to it. It doesn't feel weird wearing it. It's entirely embedded into the fabric. You can't feel that there's a print there, and the level of detail that you can get with a water-based print is insane. And I'm just really happy with how the color came out. The original sample for this shirt was way lighter. It was definitely closer to like a whitish gray, and then over time I just kept pushing it, going darker and darker and darker until we ended up with this final product. And then the cool thing is that as you put this shirt through washes, it'll start to lose some of that pigment, so over time it'll get a lot lighter. I'll show some pictures hopefully right here of what that process looks like. So comparing a brand new one to one that's a couple months old. And yeah, the actual weight of the t-shirt is great. It's not extremely heavy, but it's not light at all. It's sort of like that perfect mid-weight material. And it's got that SOMAR neck label right there. This one is in white. And then for sizing, I recommend going true to size. We're gonna be offering small, medium, large, and XL. It's sort of like a standard fitting t-shirt. So it's not cropped in any way. It's not elongated in any way. Sort of like that perfect standard t-shirt fit. So I recommend going true to size unless you wanted something a little bit more oversized, then go 1 or 2 sizes up. The price for the staff tee is $70. I think this will go very fast. But yeah, that is it for drop A of collection 2. I'm really excited to release this stuff for you guys, and there's lots more releases in the future. Once I'm out in LA, I plan on doing a lot more vlog style content. I'm kind of going over the behind the scenes process on running a clothing brand, designing for a clothing brand and all that stuff, going through the end-to-end process because it's a lot more fluid over there. That's where my lead production guy is based out of, and all of our samples and stuff go through there, so it's really easy to be on the West Coast and have that whole process just easily synchronized instead of being on opposite ends of the country. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If there's any questions you have, just drop it in the comments below. If there's any info I forgot to include, I'll drop it down below as well. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Remember, November 26th, 1 p.m. EST. Don't be late because I think this stuff will go pretty fast. Once it's out, once it's gone, by the way. I'm not doing restocks or anything like that. I might do different renditions in the future, but for the meantime, this is sort of it. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video, and it'll be in LA, so that's very exciting, and I'll catch you guys next time.